Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Welcome to my page. My name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I have a bachelor's degree in education, a master's degree in counseling, a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. And every Wednesday at around 6 p.m. Eastern, I do this weekly live Q&A where I answer questions around dating and relationships so I can give back to my community. For the people who are absolutely not in a position to afford coaching, at least you can get some kind of solid advice here. I do apologize for the makeup. It's kind of all over the place. I was recording my podcast and then I went to the gym, sweated everything out. So I'm looking a little bit crazy, but rather looking crazy and still be of service to all of you guys than not look crazy and not be of service. You get the point. So how does it all work? Well, every Tuesday in my stories, I post, where's my story? Here we go. In my stories, I post the same story. And this is what it looks like. Come on, Instagram, you be my friend. Un momento. Here we go. So, Instagram's not being my friend today, y'all. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. Every Tuesday, I post in my stories. Oh, here it is. But it's not loading. Normally, it's a gray story that has... Anywho, and normally it's a gray story that has a picture of me smiling in a red dress, and it says for you to drop your questions in the box. You drop your questions in the box. I then pull up those questions and I read them and I respond to them. I do ask that if you ask a question, you ask a question so that everyone gets an opportunity, and you have to ask the question in the confines of the box. You got to make it fit. If you can't make it fit, that means that there is too much context that I would need in order to respond. So you need to click the link in my bio and you can book a 30-minute session that we could discuss your issue privately. Or you could join me in the Future Wives Club. The Future Wives Club is a private Facebook community that is meant for women who desire to be wives. They may be in different stages in their romantic life, getting over a breakup or getting into the dating scene, or they're already in a committed relationship. And this is the position, I guess, for lack of a better term, that they desire. And so I help them navigate that. And you can ask as many questions as you'd like if you are a part of Future Wives Club every single day. Okay, so let us get into the Q&A as soon as Instagram is my friend and allows me to pull up these questions. Here we go. This is the story. Here we go. Gray story, cell phone, red dress, pretty smile. That's me. Okay, and that's where you drop your question every week. I cannot take questions on the live itself. I do apologize, but you have a whole 24 hours to drop your questions, or you can join me on my text list or my email list, and I'll send you the link every week for you to drop your question. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Here we go. Should you jump into a man's DMs, and if so, how do you do it? Should you jump into a man's DMs, and if so, how do you do it? So yes, you can introduce yourself to a gentleman that you have come across on your timeline, on your explore page, someone who's done an introduction of some sort. You can do it, right? As a woman, you can. I don't think it's problematic. You can introduce yourself in a man's DMs, right? Hi, I noticed that you're interested in, hey, I checked out your profile and I saw, right? So you're going to not just say, hey, you're not going to just do the eye emoji, like actually engage and kick off a conversation. Look at their profile, see what their interests are, and then you'll actually go in and say something of value. Oh, hey, I noticed that you volunteer at the so do I. Are you enjoying yourself at? Oh, I see that you're into, so am I. Like actually kick off a valuable conversation and see where it goes. I would also highly recommend that if you're going to be DMing some guy and introducing yourself an absolute stranger, look through the profile as carefully as you can. Pay attention to the ring finger. See if you can pick up whether or not this person's already in a committed relationship, because obviously who wants to be rejected, right? So if you can save yourself some rejection, because you still might be rejected regardless. Just because a man is single doesn't mean that he's interested in you or interested in a committed relationship right now. But nonetheless, look through every photo, every highlight, see if you can pick up if this gentleman is already in a relationship, and save yourself the awkwardness of reaching out to a gentleman who is already committed or involved. Okay? Guy asked me on a date. I'm 45 and he's 39. Is it awkward? Says his ex was 3 years older than him. Guy asked me on a date. I'm 45, he's 39. Is that awkward? Says his ex was 3 years older than him. So I don't make much judgment, especially as we get older. I don't make much judgment on age gaps between men and women, with the woman being the older party. I think instead what we should be focusing on is this person in alignment with me? Are they in alignment with my goals? Are they in alignment with my values? Do they want the same things that I want out of life? Versus how many years older is the woman to the man. Now, I understand traditionally in society, usually you date people who are the same age as you, or the man tends to be a few years older. A 6-year gap at this age, you're 45, he's 39. I don't think that that's outrageous, but we should be more concerned about, is this guy in alignment with you? Are the two of you equally yoked? Than the 6-year age gap. Now, if the 6 years was you're 26 and he's 20, that's the same 6 years, but it's a different 6 years, right? But as we get older, those kinds of age gaps are not as imperative. We start to catch up in terms of our growth and development. So I would be asking questions around his goals, his desires, his dreams, his vision, and making an assessment on that versus, well, he's 39 and I'm 45, so automatically he's an inappropriate match because he's 6 years my junior. Okay? Guy friend says I shouldn't tell potential mates that I'm a retired Olympic gold medalist. I disagree. I don't think that there's any shame attached to it. Obviously, that's something that's worth mentioning, and it's something that's admirable. And I don't think that it would shy away the average guy. Now, I don't know what your gold medal is in, but even if it's in something that would be considered masculine, like bodybuilding, I'm sure your physique looks that way. So if he's interested in you, he's interested in you regardless. I would not hide or not share that you were an Olympic gold medalist from gentlemen. I don't see how that's problematic, or I don't see how that's like unattractive to the masses. I don't see it. Okay? How can I attract high-profile men like celebrities and actors? How can I attract high-profile men like celebrities and actors? Well, we could take some time to talk about why it's important to you that you're attracting celebrities and actors. What are you looking for with a celebrity or an actor that you don't think that the average Joe has? If we're talking about money, just know that when you're dating a gentleman who has a high net worth, there are some problems that are sometimes more attached to them than they are the average Joe. A gentleman who has more money has more access. I know that the guys don't like when we say this, but it is the truth. Generally, the more money that a gentleman has, it means the more access to women, women who are deemed as classically beautiful, the more fit, the more fun. Now, there's also some downsides for that. You have Tyrese crying on the internet because he's dating a 28-year-old woman. He's 40 plus. Oh, she's in the club and she's smoking hookah. Yeah, that's what 20-something-year-olds do. So you take the good with the bad, right? But nonetheless, we can talk about why that's important to you another day. We're going to hold it off for another day because honestly, I ain't got it, right? But what I will do is answer your question. To attract high-profile men like celebrities and actors, you need to look the part. So look at the types of women that they tend to date and compare yourself, right? And normally I wouldn't speak this way in such a shallow way, but your question is what it is and the answer is what it is. So you need to look the part. Do you look like the types of women that they have dated in the past? If you don't, and you truly desire this, and again, I'm not going to get into should you or should you not desire it. If that's what you desire, then you need to make yourself look like them. Whatever that might look like for you. If that means hair extensions or surgery or whatever that looks like, if that's what you desire, you need to look like the women that they classically date. Number two, you have to put yourself in their path. So are you in the same spaces and places that those guys are? Are you going to the basketball games and you have, what's it called? Floor side, wood side, hardwood, whatever it's called, the seating that's right there. Are you sitting there? Which means that you're paying a pretty penny to put yourself in a position to come across these people. Are you in the VIP sections of the highest rated clubs? Like, are you in the spaces and places that these people socialize? If you want to know where they go to TMZ. TMZ is always going to give you the highest end restaurants and show you where the celebrities are. So again, her question was, how do I attract high profile men like celebrities and actors? We're not getting into today, because I don't have the bandwidth, why she wants it, she shouldn't want it. We're answering the question as it is. Number one, you got to look the part. Number two, you have to put yourself around those types of guys. Like, be in the spaces that they are. You just joined the live, so you probably just missed my answer. You can rewind it, and once I have this up for 48 hours, it'll be up for 48 hours, okay? All right. How to work on self-confidence. The way you're going to work on your self-confidence is by joining me in the alignment assignment, the 31-day challenge. It started yesterday, but it's okay. Our first live session is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So the way that you're going to work on your confidence is you're going to join the challenge, because we are going to talk about in weeks 2 and 3 how to build your self-confidence. But the real quick answer, this is not a really quick answer, which is why I say join the challenge and work on it for weeks. The real quick answer is you're going to work on your internal and external appearance. So external appearance is obvious. Whatever you have a problem with, whatever bothers you, whatever makes you feel insecure, change that shit. Whatever it is that's external that bothers you, change that shit. I just told y'all, my makeup is everywhere. I look crazy, right? Look, I got makeup all forming in the corners because this came from the gym. You know why? Because I'm plus 20 pounds after I gave birth to my baby and I don't like it. So I'm changing that shit. And between me and you and the internet, I'd go to Miami and get surgery if I wasn't having a second baby and I felt like it was a waste. At the end of the day, I'm going to change that shit, right? If it's that you don't like your skin, you have pimples, you have blemishes, you go to the dermatologist, you change that shit. That's right, Kim, it's after 7. Oh, well, no, it's not after 7. It's 6:30 here, so I get to curse. I'm cursing anyway because I'm passionate about this, right? You don't like your skin, go to the dermatologist, change that shit. You don't like your teeth, go to the dentist. Change that shit. There is nothing that can't be changed. You might have to work extra hard for it. You might have to save for it. You might have to put it on a credit card. But if there's anything that you don't like about how you present outwardly, you need to go. This is 2023. There's not a professional that does not exist that can help you change and mold whatever your outward presentation is. Change that shit. That's the line of today. Okay? Internally, same line. Change that shit. If there's anything that bothers you, you know that you have trust issues. You go into new relationships holding people accountable for things that they never did. Go to therapy and change that shit. If you know that you have an attachment issue, that you, have an abandonment issue, your pops wasn't around, your mom's left you, whatever that looks like, go to therapy, find a therapist, and change that shit. The beautiful thing is that pretty much anything that bothers you about you, both internally and externally, you have the capacity to change, either you on your own or you going to a professional. Y'all know me, and y'all know I always talk, you better go to that professional, because if you're like me and you are impatient, I don't have patience. I'm not going to piecemeal it. I'm not going to try to etch it together, etch and sketch. I'm not. I'm going to the person who has proven results. My personal trainer worked with one of my friends. She lost 50 pounds. She looks damn good. She's still working at it. I saw her in person, and then I saw the before and after picture, and I said, nah. I clicked the link in his bio and booked my consultation. Right? Like, whatever I want, I'm going to go after. And if I know I don't have the immediate skill set, then I am going to pay the person that does. Whoever has proven to me that they have the capability to get the result that I desire, I'm clicking the link in their bio, I'm sending them the email, I'm doing whatever it takes to get what I want. I'm paying whatever it costs. I'm working extra hard to pay whatever it costs. I'm opening up the credit card and will pay the credit card back to get what I want, because I am not going to figure this thing out on my own. I'm paying somebody to do it. Before I started Align with Alison, my old Instagram handle, my personal page was Al Goes Hard. Because that's what I do. I go hard. If there's anything that I desire in this life, I am going to accomplish it. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a coach. I'm taking the classes. I don't know how to grow my social media platform. I hired a coach to teach me how to build a social media platform. I don't know how to send automatic emails and text messages. I took a course on how to send automatic emails and text messages. I don't know how to get a website built. I hired somebody to build a website. I wanted to rebrand and step up the level of content that I was creating so that I can attract higher end clients. I hired someone who's going to teach me how to do that. And I've done it, and I'm doing an amazing job at it, if I do say so myself. The point is, you have to invest in yourself. We cannot sit here and complain about where we feel like we're lacking if we're not putting in the effort to get the result that we desire. And 9 times out of 10, that's not your area of expertise, because if it was, you would have already fixed it. If your area of expertise was being an esthetician, you know how to fix up skin and make it look amazing and bright and clean and sweet and soft, then you wouldn't have the skin that you got. That's not your area of expertise. Go to the esthetician. If you need more support, go to the dermatologist. Go to the dentist. Get adult braces. Who cares? I had braces 3 times because I'm not playing. The first time I was a teen, I was playing. I didn't know. I wasn't wearing my retainer. I wasn't doing right. The second time I got braces, I was in my late 20s, and I got, oh goodness, it was some bootleg. Like, it wasn't even like the real plastic aligners. It was like some brand. My teeth were not straight enough. I wasn't happy. I finished, but I wasn't happy. I did it for 8 months, and my teeth were like 75% straight. That's not good enough. I'm paying the 3rd time. In my late 20s, I got braces again. This time I got lingual braces, which I had to pay out the behind for. Normally, metal braces are like $4K, and your insurance pays for it. Lingual braces, Smile Direct Club. That was the bootleg one that didn't get my teeth straight enough. Thank you, Kim. And I saw you ask the question, Kim. Ask it again so I can see it again. Right? Smile Direct Club didn't get my teeth straight enough. 3rd time's the charm. I got lingual braces. Those are the braces that go behind your teeth, because I'm like, I'm an adult. I don't want to have braces. I don't want it to be seen, but I want, y'all see these chompers? 3 times the charm. Whatever you want in your life, you have to invest in yourself. And this, I'm going to figure it out. And it's a year later, you still ain't figure it out. It's 2 years later, you still ain't figure it out. Guess what, sis? Guess what, sir? Clearly, you're not doing it on your own. You've been talking about losing weight for 5 years. Clearly, you're not doing it on your own. Thank you. I worked hard. And so did the dentist. I need to get a bleaching. Actually, it's been a long time. If you're in the same spot you were in a year ago, you said you were going to do something different and you haven't, you need to find the person who does what you do and what you need, and you need to pay them. Check out their testimonials. Make sure they're legitimate. I don't want you to get scammed ever. Reach out to the people who had the testimonial. Yo, girl, I see that you worked with such and stuff and you were able to lose 20 pounds. Is that real? Oh, you went to Miami. You could tell me, girl. Right? LOL. Whatever it takes. But how long are we going to sit around and not get the results that we desire? And then, oh, I laugh like this. I smile like this because I don't like my teeth. You grown. You grown. You better go get them braces and stop playing. Oh, you know, I wear wigs because my edges aren't coming in. You better go to a specialist who, they be doing transplants. What country is that? It's like Singapore. It's like the Turkey hair transplant. Pony it up. Figure it out. But how long are we going to sit around and not be pleased about how we look or how we present or how we feel in our lives about ourselves, both internally and externally? If you live in the USA, you got money, period. If you live in the USA, you have access to money. You better work them 2 jobs. You better drive Uber after work. Figure it out, but take action. You deserve it, okay? How long is too long to wait for him to get his ish together? We're 23. How long is too long to wait for him to get his ish together? We're 23. Okay, I don't know what ish you want together, but y'all 23. The only ish I expect a 23-year-old to have together is their hygiene, because you should have figured that out since you were like 12. Maybe finish school and starting to build your career. I don't know what ish you would like for this gentleman to have together at the age of 23, but I'm not saying that, you know, maybe you're flying in the sky, you're doing super well for yourself, but you're probably over exceeding what the average 23-year-old is doing. Because the average 23-year-old is figuring out how to set their alarm in their cell phone. Like, Y'all, you might be putting too much pressure on this gentleman. Is he clean? Does he take care of himself and his body? Did he finish school? And is he attempting to work and get his career together? Other than that, I don't have much of an expectation of a 23-year-old. If he's in New York, I don't expect him to have sorry, y'all, that's some bad service. I don't expect him to have a car. The car insurance is crazy in New York. I don't expect him to live alone. The price of rent across the country is wild. So I'd like to know what exact ish you want him to have together. Somebody asked me in the comments,